Hi everyone. There are 7 ways how Salesforce and Slack communicate with each other. 2 of them are purely manual, where you need to click a button, and the other 5 though are completely on autopilot. Once they are set up, the configuration is done, then the communication really happens automatically without any additional action. So let's have a look on those 7 ways how Salesforce communicates with Slack. Let's start with the first way. This is a purely manual push from Salesforce to Slack. We can open up any opportunity here, and you see here I can click this button, send to Slack, and immediately there is a pop-up called send to Slack with the object opportunity with a specific record. That's the record where I'm on, and here I can look for the channel that I would like to push this message to. For example, the opportunities update channel, and I can add here a message. Hey, check out this opportunity. I can send it to Slack, and immediately on the Slack side there is a new information that arrived about this exact opportunity here, emergency generator, that came from here, including my comment, hey, check out this opportunity. The second way is also purely manual and works the other way around, from Slack to Salesforce, and this happens when we add any kind of comment here. For example, wow, this looks amazing. Please follow up. Now that we have a piece of information here, we can simply hover over this information. We click here on those 3 dots, and there is this menu item called Add to Salesforce. I click it, and now there is a pop-up where I can search Salesforce for records. So let's search here for Edge Emergency Generator. Edge Emergency Generator, there is also number 2, but we are pushing it here to this regular one. I click here Add, and if I'm here on this record and I hit refresh, then you see there is this information here, which is arrived under the related Slack messages. The third way how Salesforce communicates with Slack is an automated way, works on autopilot. You get there by clicking here the Slack alerts button, and now you have a choice in which Slack channel you would like to push information. For example, let's push it again into the opportunities update channel, and here we have a pre-selection of choices, how this alert could be triggered. For example, we can mention here this one: whenever the amount is changing, then there should be a notification going into this channel. So let's select this one here, and also let's select a call was locked. So whenever those 2 events happen, then this Slack channel gets notified. We save it. And let's test it. We hit here log a call. We click save. And you see here there is a notification happened in this channel. And let's change the amount here. Then as well, this channel gets notified, opportunity amount has changed. Number 4 is also an autopilot alert, and you get there by going here into the Slack configuration, Slack setup, and here you go to the alerts area. Custom alerts, you hit here enter, and let's create a new alert for that reason called the opportunities object level alert. What that means is that it works for all records of this object, not just for a specific record. We'll do later the specific one, but let's now go with this object level setting. Let's choose here the opportunity. We click here next. And here we can define what criteria should be used in order to trigger the alert to be fired. So we can change anything, we can use anything, for example, quantity changed. So whenever the quantity is changed, then this alert will fire. Let's hit the save button, and that's it. It's created and it's active. Now in Slack we need to subscribe to this alert. Let's create for that a new channel quickly. Opportunities object level alerts, and here we need to go into Salesforce. We add here a bulk alert. We choose the channel. Next. We choose the object. It's an opportunities object. We click here add to channel. And now you see a list of alerts that correspond here as well with custom alerts, and there are also some predefined alerts, but let's choose now the one that we just created, the opportunities object level alert. We click the save button and we are done. Let's change now the quantity in Salesforce and see how this works. I go here to an opportunity, I click edit, and I change the quantity to 2, for example. And this channel got notified that something happened here, and you see here also the name of the alert, the object level alert. The next automation is a record level alert. You can find it also here under Slack setup, and you go here again to the alerts section. Click here new alert, and let's name it now opportunities record level alert. That means that this alert isn't triggered by any record, but just by a specific one, and we need to really mention which one we would like to use. So we click here record level and click next, and also here we can choose a certain criteria. anything basically, for example, the close date is changed. Let's go for that one. We hit save. Now that we have specified a record level alert, let's subscribe to a specific record. So for that reason, let's quickly add a channel called opportunity record level. And you subscribe to this channel or to this type of alert, not via bulk, but inside of this channel. You can simply click here slash, and then you already get a suggestion. For example, add channel alerts with Salesforce. You can click this one here, and that's the name of this channel. We can leave this, and let's search now for a certain record. For example, let's take a new opportunity that we haven't used yet. For example, pyramid emergency generators. I hit here view. We click add to channel. And now we can choose which alert should be used in order to trigger a notification. And we can we see here that's the alert that we just created, the opportunities record level alert. We click save. And we are done. Now, whenever we change the close date, but just on this record, then we should get notified inside this channel. Let's try this now. We change the close date from this date to the next one, and we got immediately notified here in the Slack channel. And on the other hand, if we go for another opportunity, then we should not be notified because we haven't really subscribed to another record. So let's just see if this really works. If we change here the date, then nothing really happens, which is absolutely correct. The next automated communication happens via Process Builder. And in order to configure this one, you need to go here again into the Slack setup. And you need to first build a bridge between Salesforce and Slack. And in order to do this, you need to click here under Automation Configuration. And basically you configure a message destination. Let's do this now. But first we need to create here a channel in Slack called From Salesforce Process Builder. Let's save it. And here we create a new message destination called, for example, Process Builder message. The Slack channel is called From Salesforce Process Builder. That's the Slack channel that we have just created. And that means that if we save it, we have built a bridge between Salesforce and Slack, and we can use this bridge to
we can use this in a process builder. And what is important is this ID. It's basically the ID of this bridge, of this message destination. So I copy it. You can also click here. So it's copied. And let's go now to a process builder. We hit here process builder. And we can create a new one, for example, a lead source change. Let's choose here a lead as object. The criteria is source changed. Choose here lead source, but it can really be anything that triggers this this action here. So whenever the lead source is changed, for example, equals true, then there should an action be happening. And the action that we use here is a bit hidden. You find it under Apex, and you need to search here for Slack, and you find here an Apex class called Slack post message. That's the Apex class that you want to use, or basically this action that you would like to use in order to send a message from Salesforce to Slack. So let's save it. We call it post message. The record ID, that's in this case the lead. The lead ID. And the message destination ID, that's what we have just created here. We can copy it, and here you have also another option to add a message, and let's name it hi. I'm a process builder. Great. So this is the message that we specify. Whenever the lead source is changing, then this message or this action is used with this message, with the record ID of the lead that was changed, and we are sending it to this destination ID. So let's save it and activate it. And let's see now how it works. So for that reason, we need to go to leads, and we need to change a source. So let's go to leads. Let's go to the source, lead source, and let's change it from purchase list to web. And here we go. Hi, I'm a process builder, and you receive more information about this lead. The last automation tool that we're using in order to communicate from Salesforce to Slack is FLOW. And for that reason, we again create a new channel called from Salesforce FLOW. And on the configuration part, we create a new message destination called Salesforce, called flow message. Choose here the flow, the Salesforce flow channel that we have just created. We click save, and again we receive a message destination ID, and this is the ID that we can use now inside the flow to communicate to Slack. It's, let's say, the most advanced technique because, as you know, with flow you're completely flexible about looping and about accessing any object that you would like to. So let's go to the flow. Sorry, not here. Let's create a new flow. And you can choose whatever you would like to. Here, in this case, I go with the record triggered flow. And let's choose as object again the lead. And we can say whenever the lead is updated, then so we choose here the record is updated, and let's already use here now entry conditions. So we could say whenever a lead is updated, and here you can access any field that you would like to access, for example, and the city, and the city equals to, for example, Zurich, then the flow should trigger. Then we perform an action. You can find again this Slack action here under action. You simply search here for Slack, post to Slack, and those are the same input variables like you already have seen it with a process builder. So here the message destination ID, this is a hard-coded ID that you find here, flow message. Let's paste it here. The record ID, here you can choose the record that was used. And let's add also a message. Hey, I'm the super flow. Done. We save it. Flow post to Slack. Let's activate it. And let's now go to a lead, and let's change now the address to Zurich. Zurich, that's in Switzerland. Let's save it. And our channel got informed that this lead really was changed, and exactly which caused this trigger to work. So those were the 7 different ways of communicating between Salesforce and Slack. Some of them manually, but some of them happened completely automatically and on autopilot. So if this tutorial was helpful to you, please hit the like button to like this video and also subscribe to this channel to receive more tutorials and guides and step-by-step manuals on how to do things in Salesforce. Thank you.